On a scale of 1 to 10.
10 being the highest? 7. Feel like an easy
Yo, what is up, everyone? Welcome back to East Coast 7's episode 5. You know, we've got a very special episode today, very special guest-ish, I guess, special-ish. This is my sister, Laney.
Hello.
It is what it is, you know what I mean? You just can't ever expect much, and you just hope things turn out well. So, how's it going?
It's going good. How are you going?
How am I going? I'm going good. So it's funny because we went to dinner just now.
Yes.
And I got in the car, and what's funny is I immediately started thinking of all the things that we could talk about on the podcast, and we started talking about a lot of them, and I was like, crap, we've got to say this because we have to talk about this on the podcast because it's funny, which is the nature of our relationship. I think we talk about stuff that we think is funny and stuff that we hate a lot. We get in the car, and all we talk about is like, oh my gosh,
what annoyed me today?
Yeah, here's all the different things that annoyed me today. But you have to have people like that. Like that's
people to rant to.
Yeah, people to rant to, and we do it in a funny way. We're never like serious about being mad. I mean, sometimes we are, but
not as much as when we were little.
No, we were just mad at each other when we were little.
I think he hated my guts when I was little. So
yeah, she wasn't funny. There was like a time where she would just be like trying so hard to make us laugh, and it just like wouldn't happen. She's trying too hard. And like I said last episode, all I'm down for is a silly goose time. I just am trying to laugh all the time, and whenever I'm around people that don't make me laugh, I want to get out of that situation. And that was what it was growing up. It felt like you were trying too hard, and I just didn't. But we both remember the very first time that you made me like genuinely laugh.
I have it written down in my notebook.
It's in a diary. It's actually, that's what she's gonna get tattooed next on on the back of her neck. The date of the first time that she made me laugh, which is a monument to state. And no, but yeah, we enjoy each other's company now. It's nice. We have a nice little chat, which is it's always something stupid right out of the gate. Like tonight, whenever I got in your car, you had way too many air fresheners in your car.
Not like, on purpose.
You usually just start with one, or you have one, and then when that one runs out, like when you buy a multi-pack of air fresheners, you just use one of them, and then whenever that runs out, you replace it with the next one. But how many did you have?
I have 3.
Yeah.
But in my defense, I only put 1 in there and then used the other 2 for another occasion in someone else's car. And then they took them out of my car, or took them out of their car because they didn't like the way they smell. And then they put the other 2 back in my car. You can't put them back in their package because they're already opened, and then they'd just be a waste. So now my car is smelling extra fresh.
Yeah. That's still too many. 3 is too many. What I would have done is I would have taken 2 of them out, and I would have like put them in a Ziploc bag or something to save their scent.
Well, you don't know that's going to work, though.
I would try.
Yeah, but what if they run out before you can even use them?
They've got the little dial that you can turn them down to how much.
How much does that work?
How much? It doesn't. I guarantee
how
it
much
doesn't.
does that work?
Bro, that's one of the life's biggest mysteries is like, that's one of those things. It's like SPF sunscreen. Like it says 30, 50, 70, 100.
Yes.
It does. There's no telling how much is actually there. When you turn down the air freshener amount, air freshener companies are just laughing, dude. They're just cackling because they're like, how are they gonna think less amount of air freshening is coming out of this air freshener? No, that's super funny. I always like a weird thing about me is I really like when things smell good, and one of the main people that welcome to the podcast, Cara.
Say hello.
This is my dog. Look, it's her butt. Oh my goodness.
She hasn't seen me in a long time. That's why she's laying next to me.
Oh, and if you didn't realize, Shelby's not here tonight, so.
What?
Yeah. But one
Shelby, come out of here.
Yeah, she's gonna join us later. No, one of the things about me is I like when she's gone. I like when things smell really good.
Me too.
It's one of my favorite things in the world. So like when my house smells good, or like a candle, and when things don't smell good, angry. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's one of the main things that I feel like our conversation was for a little while. Is like I would come into the room and you'd be like, your clothes smell weird.
Okay, well, in your defense, you did stink, but it was because y'all's washer and dryer sucked.
Yeah.
And didn't wash your clothes properly.
I don't know what it did, but it didn't do what it was supposed to.
It didn't clean it at all. It took the detergent that you put in, and there was like a little spout that just shot out the back, and there was no detergent in it whatsoever.
Yeah, I don't know why. And we just recently got a new washer and dryer, so
that thing's nice.
Yeah, things are better now. However, I don't like the amount of times that it dings. That it's ready.
Same.
It's got a whole song.
Same.
It's got like a 12-minute song, and it's like dun 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 dun. No. I
actually made up a dance for ours.
Yeah?
It's 4 8 counts.
Oh, that's awesome.
No, I'm just kidding. But it is really long.
But yeah, now we don't talk about that stuff as much because I fixed my problem.
He doesn't stink anymore, guys.
I don't stink anymore. My clothes smell nice. I've started, wearing cologne every once in a while.
Yes.
The cologne that I have now is the kind that you dab on yourself.
So weird. I hate that kind.
It feels like I live in the 1920s. When I put it on, I feel like I also should wear a powdered white wig. Like I should be George Washington.
Pantaloons.
Fetch my horse and buggy while I put on my cologne. Yeah, I should. Yeah.
I hate that kind of cologne, and the perfume that you roll on.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the heck is this? Who made this
I feel like that even makes more sense than just because I don't know. I've seen people.
You're wasting it on your fingers.
Yes, I thought about that the other day as I was doing it. I see people like put it on their wrists, and then this guy right here, and then I've seen Shelby do it where she'll do it on her wrist, and then she'll rub her wrist on her neck. But that's an awkward to me. That's why don't I just put it on my fingers and do that?
Yes,
because we have hands. People
don't smell your wrist.
That's true. That's what I always think is why are you doing that? No one's like shaking your hand and then like. But it smells good, so I still wear it. Mm-hmm. I tried once recently to I was like, maybe the holes are like small enough where I could just like, if I tip it over, it a little bit comes out. No, dude, so much came out.
That wasn't smart.
We have those moments, and you just learn from them. Except for if you work for fragrance companies, you'd never have thought, let's just make these holes a little bit smaller so just a little bit comes out. They're like, should we make this super hard for people to use correct and efficiently? Yes. And we're never going to change the design. I just wish that they were like in squirt bottles.
Yes. All perfume should be in.
I don't wear perfume, but yeah.
Cologne. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I do, funny enough, I have a story about when I was younger, right before I moved out of the house.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Did you like me at this time or no?
Yeah, it was fine.
Okay.
It's not about you, so don't be as selfish, self-centered.
Sorry, I'll take it down a notch.
Yeah, thanks. This podcast is my podcast. I had a sedan. I drove a car, and I just started.
When?
I had a Ford Fusion.
What's a sedan?
It's like a 4-door like small car. A
sedan. I thought that was a brand of car. Like a Ford.
Mm-mm. It's a classification of a car. Yeah. Anyway, so I got in it one day and I was like, man, this thing just stinks. It's just bad. It smells really, really terrible. And I couldn't figure out why. So I just you roll the windows down for a little while and stuff like that. And it just continued to smell worse. And I was like, there is something dead in this car. Something is wrong. But I looked everywhere. I could not find anything. And I don't remember how I found it. But one day I was searching for it. And under my seat, someone had given me a bag of tomatoes. And one of them had fallen out of the bag and rolled under the seat and was rotten. And if you've never smelled a rotten tomato before, don't try it. To keep it PG, it smelled like dirty butt.
Yes, it did.
Was awful. So much so that my dad had asked me had I been sitting in the car naked. And I was like, no, I hadn't. And I was like, how dare you ask me that, number one? And number two, even if I had been, how dare you think I was that dirty down there that it would stain my car's smell.
Sink into your seats.
And I remember like reaching under the seat to get it, and then like smelling my hand by accident.
Was it mushy?
Oh, dude, yeah.
What?
It was terrible. It was like grabbing
applesauce.
That's a really good. Yeah, it was like grabbing. I almost said like Vaseline, but it was squishier than that.
Applesauce.
It was like applesauce. It was terrible. So,
gross.
Moral of the story: don't accept tomatoes from people
in a bag.
In a bag
that's open.
Make sure the tomatoes that you put in your car are there's no chance of them getting out of the bag or container. But yeah. So, what's been transpiring in your life recently? What's been going on with you? You just recently graduated.
I did. Graduated from the University of South Alabama. Go Jags.
Yep. The longest graduation ceremony I've ever been to.
Yes. Very long.
Please don't ever graduate from there again, because I'm not coming to the second one.
They said it was going to be an hour and a half to 2 hours, and it lasted 2.5 hours, 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Dude, we were pushing 3.5.
I don't know about that, but it was really long.
It was awful.
It was really long. But yeah, I graduated in December, and I've been kind of keeping it on the down low. I graduated with my K-6 elementary education degree, so I'm going to be hopefully a first grade teacher, fingers crossed, if everything works out the way it's supposed to.
What have you been keeping on the down low?
My life.
Oh.
I'm not doing anything right now. That's where I was going with that, but then you interrupted.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about graduating. I was like, no, you didn't. You posted it on everything.
No, that's not it.
You've been keeping your life on the down low.
Follow along.
All right, my bad. Oops.
So, so I graduated, keeping it on the down low because I don't have a job yet. I wanted to take a break because my fiance is playing baseball at UAH, University of Alabama in Huntsville. And so I wanted to go to his games and be able to be flexible. So I just substitute on the side and then babysit here and there to make some moolah.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to jump the gun on the story.
Yeah. You do that a lot, though.
I feel like
I theologically.
I feel like my mind is always trying to figure out
the next person's words.
Yeah.
Just like mine.
So, I started going to counseling last year.
Me too.
And within the first couple of sessions, he actually told me, he's like, I see what you're doing. And I was like, what do you mean? And he's like, you're leading the conversation. You're answering my questions with the hope that you're going to lead me into my next question. And I was like, you're good. You know what I mean? Like,
that's why you get paid the big bucks.
This guy knows his things, you know, like he was doing his job really well. So that's helped me kind of take my walls down, because I do that a lot. Yeah.
Yes, you do.
I just feel like a lot of people waste my time. You know what I mean?
He asked me to be a guest on this, so I hope he's not just wasting time with me being here.
No, I'm saying like not that my time is worth anyone else's is worth more than anyone else's time, but
that's why you made a podcast.
Feel as if there's a point, let's get to it.
Yeah, me too.
Like with this, there's not a point. We're just kind of chatting and talking about things that we think are funny.
Especially when you know you got to get somewhere.
Yeah.
And someone's talking to you about just the most random stuff. And they're just trying to find things to talk about. And you're just like, you don't want to be mean, but you're like, I have to go.
Yeah, you kind of start feeling bad because you're looking around.
Yes.
So
you can't make eye contact.
You're trying to make them feel like you're a part of the conversation.
Or you start scooting.
Yeah, you walk a little bit towards the door.
Grab your keys.
Yeah, you shift your keys from one hand to the other.
You grab the actual key to your car.
Yeah, you start looking out the window and make sure your car's still there. And it definitely is. You click the beep, beep, beep so that they hear you unlock it.
You're like, and then you say the thing like, so anyways,
So, yeah. So.
I have to go.
Yeah, and they're
Do
like,
something.
yeah, me too. I've got to go. And you're like, oh.
Another conversation.
Yeah, you're like, oops. And here's another one. They're like, all right, well, I got to get out of here. I got to go up the mountain because I got an appointment. And you're like, bro, just leave. I was this last Monday. A guy came out to, I guess getting a phone call.
My dad's calling. Our dad's calling us.
Yeah, we have the same dad and the same mom.
I do that a lot on accident.
It's a flex. But yeah, a guy was doing that the other day with me. I was like, he came out to appraise a house, and I was like, hey, I made the mistake, honestly. It was a mistake. I asked him a personal question.
Aww.
And he just was like, let me just tell you everything. Let me tell you everything about everything. And he started with the first grade. You know what I mean? He's like, in the first grade, I had this one teacher, and she told me that I would never be worth it. And I was like, oh, you started a rap career because your teachers don't believe in you. And, man, we talked for so long, and I literally probably said 3 words, and he said all the rest of them.
I wish people like that had a sign. I wish everybody had a sign on the front of their shirt that said, you can ask me one simple question, and I won't go down 14,000 rabbit trails, or don't ask me questions because you're going to be here for 30 minutes.
My favorite is when people do something like this. They'll go, hey, so I was going to ask you the other day when I saw you on, was it Monday?
It doesn't matter the day.
I think it was on Tuesday. Anyway, I was going to ask you I think it may have been on Wednesday.
Oh, bro, I can't.
And then they'll go like this. Because that's already bad enough. I'm already mad at you.
My anxiety's already going through.
I'm already mad at you because the day does not matter to me.
No.
At all. And then they're like, so I was going to ask you, and I don't, maybe you've thought about it, but I don't know. I kind of thought about maybe I shouldn't ask.
Walk away. Just walk away.
But I don't know. I just kept thinking about it. So I just figured I would just go ahead and ask you. And so, and maybe you've already even thought about this. I'm like, oh, oops. I lose my cool,
You've
dude.
Lost
Inside, dude, we're not friends anymore.
Yes.
If that happens, I immediately am like,
this conversation's not worth it.
There's one strike, right? I like you enough to give you a chance.
Yes.
But if you do this 2 more times, I'm going to actively walk away when I see you coming.
So annoying.
Yeah.
It makes you not want to talk to those people.
Well, it's just like some of that stuff, and I don't know.
I think it's how people's brains work. Like, I physically think when people start doing that, it's like that's how their brain works.
Yeah, I guess.
And you want to be like, it's okay. Like, we understand. Like, but at the same time, you're like, oh, dear God in heaven. It doesn't matter who was there. It doesn't matter what time of the day it was.
Yeah.
Unless it does. Then it's okay.
Yeah, it better pertain to the story.
Yes. Like, if they're like, we were outside, watching a movie, and it was like 8:30 at night. Like, that would make sense, because why would you be watching a movie outside if it's daytime?
Right.
But if you're just telling me the time of the day and the weather for absolutely no reason, like, stop.
Or if it's helping you remember the story, but you're saying you're saying those things out loud.
Yes.
Because it's helping you remember the story. Just think those things. Don't say it out loud. Right? Because I don't know what you're about to say, so I'm not going to be able to help you remember if it's Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, you're giving us all this information, too, because we don't know where the story's going. So you think we need to hold on to these things, and then you get to the very end, and it has nothing to do with all those things that you just held on to, and then your brain's just like, what? What was important?
My brain starts to work as well, because they're like, it was on, so like we already established, like I try and think through the conversation before it is over with.
Yes.
And I'll be thinking with them about what has happened to me on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday. And it's Friday. those days are long gone. There's nothing that.
What did I eat for breakfast today?
Yeah, I barely know what I need to do today, let alone like trying to remember everything that happened on Monday and Tuesday. And so you're like, was it Monday? And I'm like, what did I do on Monday? And like,
my brain's working overtime.
yeah, give me a break.
Yes, please.
Just let me, please, for the love.
My brain already works too hard throughout the day anyways.
Yeah, true. That's true. There's not a whole lot of time that I'm not thinking about things.
Except for when I sleep. That's it.
Dude, I've been having crazy nightmares recently.
That's not good.
No, I know.
Are you taking medicine that you don't usually take?
I don't think so. I've been taking greens gummies and not ashwagandha.
Greens gummies?
Apple cider vinegar gummies.
Apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, I'm healthy, bro.
He takes his gummies.
Yeah, I'm not going to take apple cider vinegar, but I'll eat a gummy.
Hey, you know them Flintstones?
Bro, you could put anything in gummy form and I'd eat it. You could put...
What about poop?
Stop. Tim turned the episode off at this point. He said that last night. He said, I'm not on it with a poop talk.
Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, sorry, Tim. But we'll stop talking about it.
Back to the Flintstones.
Yeah, I wish they made... Do they make Flintstones gummies?
They need to. Those chalk vitamins were it.
Funny story. I wish Shelby was here to tell it, but she used to hate those things. So much so, and I'm probably going to butcher the story. She hated those things. But her mom would want her to take it every single morning. And so what she would do is right before school, she would put the Flintstone vitamins in her mouth. And then when her mom dropped her off at school, she would spit them out in the trash can before she went in. She would literally sit with the Flintstone gummy or the Flintstone vitamins.
How would she talk? It's like putting gum like on the side of your mouth. So
yeah, I'm like, at that point, it's already dissolved.
It's dissolved. I don't know if that story lines up.
Yeah, Shelby, I'm going to need to ask Shelby about that.
Let me call her. I'm just kidding.
What's funny about vitamins to me is I will go through phases where I will take vitamins. And I mean like religiously. I will take all of the vitamins. I'll take a daily vitamin. I'll find a few that are supposed to be really, really good for you. And I'll take them religiously. And I'll get sick. Like I'll take an immunity supplement or something like that, and I'll go through the entire bottle of one, and in that span I get sick, and outside of taking supplements, I don't get sick that often.
Yeah. Like
I feel like my immune system kind of has everything under control.
Same.
But when I start taking vitamins, I start getting sick.
Because they're just like your immune system's just like, oh, what in the heck is this?
Yeah, it's like, oh, I get a break, and then it lets its guard down. But
my dad's asked me if I fed Hank. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry that we're not interesting enough for you.
No, he's called me and texted me 3 times, so I had to respond to that. Sorry, Dad.
Hank probably would have been fine if he ate a little bit more.
You know, you just don't know my dog like that.
Okay, that's valid.
Yeah.
But you think Hank likes gummies?
Hank likes anything that we eat. I think now I will say he does not like, Hank is my dog, for people that don't know. He is a Catahoula. He's the prettiest thing in the world, but he is crazy. He's literally insane. He's like 90 pounds, and he thinks he's a baby, but he begs for everything that you eat, no matter what it is. So one time I was eating an orange, and he really wanted the orange, so I gave him a piece of it, and he spit it out. And it was the first time he had ever spit anything out, and I was like, what in the world? And then he tried to go for it again. He's like, maybe I tasted this wrong.
Yeah.
So he tried to go for it again, and he started licking it, and then like he started doing this crazy thing with he was like pawing at it, and like it looked like he was trying to like fight this orange. And I'm like, bro, it's not that deep. Like just because you don't like it doesn't mean that you gotta hurt it or something. But yeah, he's crazy. He'll eat anything though. He ate it. Oh, funny story. So I was making breakfast the other day, and we have these frozen turkey sausage links.
Yeah. Those are terrible, by the way.
They are horrible,
yeah,
but
terrible.
They're fast and easy. So I was cooking them, and I was like, for some reason, they had this packaging where it doesn't make sense to me, where you can't reclose it once you open it.
Yeah.
But there's too many in there.
Yeah, you're not going to eat that many.
There's 14 of them, sausage links, and I'm not going to eat 14 right then.
Every time you buy this, you're going to make a breakfast for an entire family?
Yes. So I can't, like, redo it. So, like, I'm trying to, like, open it up from where I had shoved it down in there so that it would at least not go bad. So when I was trying to open it, one sausage link just flew up in the air. And
Frozen?
frozen sausage link. And I'm like, oh gosh, where did it go? And before I can even think, Hank has already gulped it in his mouth. And I'm looking at him going, drop it. And he's looking at me going, he has this, it's about this big and like this thick. He has this entire sausage link and he's swallowing it whole down his throat. And I was like, and he just looked at me like, when he was done, he's like, just,
yeah.
I ate
don't
it.
get that about dogs because it's like
it's like it hurt him.
they're so eager to eat whatever it is that it's like, did you even taste it?
No, he didn't even try to chew it. It's like he knows like when things he's not supposed to have.
Yeah.
He doesn't even chew it. He just swallows it. And I'm like,
that's not fun. That's not the point of eating.
I don't think dogs know.
But
they eat the same thing every day.
But they know it tastes good because like he knew he didn't like an orange.
True.
So like he has things that he does like, but when you give it to him, he's like, you're like, did you?
I think it's because he has like he's afraid that I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it from him.
Yeah.
And so he just swallows it whole. But I think he was physically in pain when he swallowed that sausage.
I was hoping
link.
that you were gonna tell me that like it was hanging out of his mouth and looked like a cigar.
No.
A frozen sausage link just hanging out of his
He
mouth.
does that with sticks.
He looks like he's playing poker.
Mm-hmm.
Like around a poker table with a bunch of dogs.
Sup.
That's really funny. Has he ever fallen in your pool?
No, he does not like to swim, but he can swim. So, no, he has never fallen in our pool. Now, he gets to the point where he'll get down the steps.
Yeah.
He's made it to the 3rd step. He hasn't made it to the 4th step. But he does this thing where he, like, paws at it. Mm-hmm. And, like, he'll just paw at it until he eventually, like, his paw will hit the step. And once he hits the step, then he realizes, oh, there's another step there, so I can keep going down. But no, he hasn't gotten in all the way. Now, when I like run and jump in the pool, he'll like run after me and like act like he's going to, but then he doesn't. I think we scared him when he was young because we wanted him to swim so badly in the river, and then we like threw him in there one time.
Oh my gosh.
When I was in there, and then like he almost drowned me. So, yeah, that wasn't smart.
Yeah, he's always been pretty big.
Yes, he's
like
huge.
He's never been super small, even as a puppy.
Yeah, he had really big feet.
Yeah, his feet and his legs were really long.
Yeah.
Man, that's so funny. He's so loud.
Very loud.
He's the scariest dog when it comes to just
He's a great guard dog though.
Yeah.
Like I stay at the house by myself now. I'm old enough now. And I let him sleep with me because I know that if somebody comes in that door, he's going to let the whole neighborhood know.
They're not
they'll be afraid of him.
They're not going to get in. Or if they do, they're going to regret it for sure.
Yeah. He acts like he's going to kill you.
He's super heavy too, so even if he didn't like
mean
bite
to hurt you,
yeah, he would probably push you down. You'd hit your head somewhere.
Yes.
And be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's just a big baby.
Dogs are great.
I know.
Dogs are great, and then sometimes dogs are not great. I had this, so I'll save a lot of the Cara stories for when Shelby gets back because she wants to tell some of them. But Cara was a handful when she was younger. She's a great dog now, but she was a handful, man. She was just like, she had razor sharp teeth like all puppies do. And she was a handful. And I can remember being like, I need a break from this dog. Like, I need a break. We're going to take this dog to like my parents' house or Shelby's parents' house, and we're going to drop it off for a little while like a kid. Like, I just need some sleep without this stinking dog waking me up. Yeah. Because we would be like laying there fast asleep, and any movement that we would make, we'd just be like in the bed, and she'd be like and she's like that to this day. Like,
did she sleep in the bed with y'all?
No, she still doesn't.
Well, I know that,
she
but
does on occasion.
On special occasions?
Yeah, on her birthday. No. She does. She has a couple of times. Shelby really wants her to, but she has her like cage and she likes it.
Yeah.
Crate. It's not like, I mean, it's a cage, but people get
a kennel.
Yeah, a kennel. But she really likes it when I tell her at the end of the day, like, I'm like ready to go to bed, and she's like, whoop, she pops straight up. I'm surprised. I keep looking at her because she's not over there. She pops her head up, but
she's like, is it time?
But I remember being like, I need a break from this, and I feel like that's how I'm gonna be with kids. Like, I held my niece last night for a long time, and she's so precious, dude. She conked out. She just, when you're like conked, is your mouth is wide open, and that's how she.
Yep. That's how you know it's a good sleep.
It was awesome, dude. She started snoring. I was like, you're too young to snore.
Can babies snore?
She did. It's not can they. She did.
Oh.
She may have been the first one. Yeah, we need to take her on America's Got Talent or something. But
record her next time.
Yeah, so I feel like I'm going to be like that with my kid. I'm going to be like,
yeah,
I need a break.
Send him to me.
Yeah, I'll send them to you.
Auntie Laney.
You'll probably have kids before we have kids.
Yeah, we've always said that. So we're 5 years apart.
Yeah.
He's older than me. 5 years.
I've been married for 6 years this next month.
Yeah, 6 years.
And you get married next year.
Yeah, I get married in June of 2024, and everybody has always said, even him, that I will have kids before him.
And that's fine.
You know, there's nothing in life that I want more than to be an aunt. Actually, no. Take that back. I want to be a mom more than I want to be an aunt. But, you know, I'm scrolling through TikTok, and for some reason I'm on Aunt Life TikTok. And
really?
Yes. And it really makes me mad. And it's like, you never know the bond between the aunt and the niece or the nephew. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't want to see that. And then you, like, hit the not interested button because you don't care.
I get that.
It makes me mad.
I get that. I mean, I love my nieces. And Shelby loves our nieces.
I don't know how that is.
Yeah.
No,
well, you kind of do.
I love Cara. But,
yeah, she's nice.
But not enough to, like...
Right.
You know.
Yeah. Die for him?
Definitely not.
Oh. You wouldn't die for Cara?
No.
Would you die for Hank?
No.
No, dude, I would punt any dog.
$1 million?
What do you mean?
To punt Cara. For $1 million.
Yeah, oh yeah. She wouldn't go that far. She's pretty heavy. Yeah, she would be fine.
Hank would 100% be fine.
Oh, dude. Hank
he's so thick.
He could get hit by a truck and be fine.
Yes. I think he's
Ooh, that reminded me. Okay, so
okay.
I had this story and I wanted to talk about this on the podcast because it reminded me today. So, talking about trucks, that's what reminded me.
Trucks.
I have a problem with how drive-through culture has been recently. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if you guys have experienced this. Maybe this is just like a isolated incident, me at my own local establishments.
Your own Taco Bell.
At my own Taco. You're not talking to the mic. And, okay, you were burping?
I was burping.
She's been burping all episode. I don't know if you've been seeing it.
We just ate.
But, yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Eat. It's okay. At least you're not burping at the mic. That's nice.
Yes.
So there's a Taco Bell by my house. And when I say by my house, is honestly I could probably throw a baseball and hit it.
It's too close.
Yeah, it's way too close. But thankfully, I have enough self-control to not be there as much as I really would think so. So they do this thing at this Taco Bell where I will go through the drive-thru, and I'll order my food at the little speaker, and I'll pull up to the window. Sorry, I burped. Yep, we just ate. And
never again.
I will order, and they'll take my payment, and it's usually card. And
one of those things that doesn't matter.
Yeah. And this happened on
Stop.
Tuesday.
They're gonna hit the skip.
Yeah.
For 10 seconds.
They'll take the card, and then they'll ask me every time, can you pull up to the door around the corner? Can you pull up to the front door? Mm-hmm. And at first I was like, yeah, sure, maybe there's a long line, so I didn't question it. But after the first time, when they keep asking me, I always felt like it was situational. Like, if there's a lot of people in the drive-thru, I get it. Mm-hmm. But I've been looking in my rearview mirror when they ask me that, and there's nobody behind me. There's no one else in line. And they ask me to move to the front door. And by the time I drive around to the front door, they're already walking out with my bag.
What was the point?
That's exactly what I'm saying. What is the point of this? Because I know Chick-fil-A does it, but they do it really well.
But you don't question Chick-fil-A.
No, exactly. I'm not going to question Chick-fil-A and their motives. They're God-driven, but like
exactly, God's chicken.
Yeah, it's like Taco Bell, dude.
Don't do that, Taco Bell.
No,
you don't have the rights.
I've been working up the nerve to tell them no. But I feel like that's so disrespectful.
No.
No.
I'm going to sit right here.
Don't ask me to pull forward.
I want to ask why.
Yeah.
If you're watching this and you work at Taco Bell in Southside.
Yeah. Tell us why.
Why do you do that?
Tell us why.
Because we really want to know.
Yeah, there was I told you earlier, there was I was actually eating inside Taco Bell today, which was funny.
Didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, I didn't know that you could do that. I never have eaten in that Taco Bell specifically. It's 2 seconds from my house, and I get to go every time. But I was eating inside Taco Bell today, and a guy pulled into the drive-thru and apparently parked in a spot that was reserved for when people have to pull around.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady, one of the managers, walked outside as he was getting out of his truck and told him to move. And he got so mad he left. And I get it.
I was about to say, but then say your part. You get it.
I get it. No, yeah, I get it.
Why? Because I don't understand.
I don't know if I were her, if I would have gone out of my way to tell him to move.
Was it busy?
Relatively. I mean, there was probably 2 other cars parked. But I just don't, that's how drive-thrus work. It's worked like that forever. You order, you pull up to the window, you wait for your food, and the people behind you have agreed to that's what happens.
Yeah, that's what pulling in the drive-thru means.
If you pull into a drive-thru, it's fast food, but you're going to have to wait a little bit.
Yeah. And I feel like that also is like a hit or miss too, because it adds more orders to their plate. Yeah. So then it makes them even more busy.
Yeah.
And even more stressed, and even more it's going to happen that they're going to mess up your food.
I think that they do it now because they have such low staff. I think that people do it to try and help people feel like they're not waiting as much because they're moving constantly.
That doesn't work.
They try and mimic Chick-fil-A because Chick-fil-A does that really well.
You can never mimic Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A has 17,000 employees at one location.
Yes.
So they can do that because they are pumping out chicken like it's no tomorrow.
How do they even cook it long enough?
It's like you pull into the parking lot and they're handing you a bag and you're like, what? I
haven't even ordered yet.
I haven't ordered. They're like, yeah, but you wanted the Chick-fil-A, you wanted the number 1 with the Polynesian sauce? And you're like, yes. But did you add that? And they're like, lettuce. And you're like, what?
They read your mind. They're that good.
I think that have you ever driven by Chick-fil-A and are you a Chick-fil-A member?
Oh, yeah.
You have the little thing?
I'm the gold status.
Do you have it in your wallet, your Apple Wallet?
No.
Oh. Well,
I guess I'm not that
yeah.
tech savvy right now.
Anyway, I have it in my Apple Wallet, so if I ever get close to Chick-fil-A, it pops
Cha-ching.
up. It's like, welcome to Chick-fil-A Gadsden. I'm like, I'm not.
You're like,
there.
I'm just driving by.
I'm not there right now, but
Wait,
I guess I could. Yeah, I was about to say, I'm not there right now, but I guess I could pull
They
in
know
for
what they're doing.
frosted lemonade or something.
They make it easy.
You're like, it's 3 p.m., so I'm not hungry.
All you have to do is just show your Face ID and orders for you.
Yeah. Man, I don't know. This Taco Bell needs to stop doing that.
You don't have the right, Taco Bell.
Yeah, you're not Chick-fil-A. This Taco Bell slaps, though. I mean,
it is really good.
Yeah, for some reason. And a lot of people hate on it, but I don't get it because I usually there's been 1 out of 100 times where it's been like, they didn't put enough sauce on this. But
we've been there a lot, and they've only the one time I can remember that they've messed up my food was the last time I went, and I ordered a chicken quesadilla and a beefy 5-layer burrito, and they did not give me my chicken quesadilla, and I was very upset.
You just got a beefy 5-layer and that's it?
Yes. And when you go to Taco Bell, it's just not, you don't order one thing.
Well, I think I have
order
a problem.
6.
Yeah, I was about to say, I have a problem only ordering 2 things.
Everything's so cheap.
And sometimes the things that I order are hefty.
Like a beefy 5-layer burrito.
Like a beefy 5-layer burrito.
I should not be ordering a quesadilla.
Or they have that grilled cheese steak burrito, and that thing is too much food.
Now, let me tell you.
But I'm at Taco Bell, so I'll get one and something else.
Yes. And then you always have enough room for a little soft taco.
I always get the spicy potato taco.
Well,
have you ever had it?
No. Let me tell you this. I've never had anything else other than what I just told you that I ordered. I've never tried anything else from Taco Bell except for a soft taco and those little cinnamon sticks. That's it.
You've only had 4 things the Taco Bell sells?
Mm-hmm.
They rotate in new things all of the time.
Wouldn't know it.
You never had Doritos Loco Taco?
Mm-mm. I don't like hard shell tacos.
You never had a chalupa?
Mm-mm. Couldn't even tell you what it looked like.
Cheesy bean and rice?
Mm-mm.
You never had a loaded potato griller?
No.
You tell me you didn't have any of the grillers?
No, I don't even know what that is. The thing that folds over, what is that? I don't
they
know
don't
what
have
that's
them anymore,
called.
but they were like a big thing for a while. They're like $1.
What was it called?
A griller. I just said that.
Oh. You didn't give a picture description.
You should know what a griller is.
I don't got to talk about that much.
Yeah, that's
This is why we shouldn't be on a podcast together, because we start to argue. Because they're brother and
That's
sister.
not arguing that bad.
Arguing.
It could be worse.
Arguing.
Oh, man. Yeah, you should.
We're both a little sickly.
A little bit.
Yeah.
If I wake up tomorrow and I feel the same that I woke up and felt this morning and the morning before, I'm going to go to the doctor.
Same.
I usually try and give it about 2 days.
Yeah.
Actually, sometimes this one time, I guess it was last year before, I started coughing pretty bad. Like, I woke up one morning with a really annoying cough, and I was like, nah, I'm going to go to the doctor. I literally had maybe been coughing for 2 hours. And I go to the doctor, and she's like, how long have you had this cough? I was like, I woke up with it this morning. And she's like, she literally looked at me and goes, why are you here? And I went,
because I'm sick?
I just want to knock it out quick. And she's like, it may not even be anything. I was like, just give me a shot of my butt.
Make me feel good.
Just throw me a steroid pack or something, dude. Just
steroid packs.
You're not going to, yeah.
What do they do?
Yeah. The urgent care that's right down the street that just opened, they have those IV infusion things. The vitamin infusions with the IVs. Have you seen those?
No.
They're pretty cool.
Are they like? I'm confused.
It's like an infusion. You know what like an infusion is?
Are you talking about a legit IV?
Yeah, they put it in your arm. Yeah, like a needle.
No, thank you.
I'm gonna try it.
No. Yeah,
he told me that I could, because I know the guy who owns it. He told me I could come in and try it.
They just make you feel good?
Yeah, it's supposed to. It's like. Is
it like a steroid pack?
No. It's like really if you're deficient in certain things, it's like if you are fatigued or whatever a lot and you take vitamin B12, you can buy vitamin B12. You can buy vitamin B12 at the store, but when you ingest it, it's not as effective as if you were to shoot vitamin B12 into your bloodstream.
Okay.
And so the stuff that they have is all of that. It's like all of those vitamins. It's things that you can get, but they're clinical, so they're like a little bit stronger, and they work better because it's going straight into your veins.
Gross. Don't talk about that.
What?
That just made me start seeing stars. I can't stand talking about IVs.
You don't like IVs?
Blech. No.
You know what I never understood? I never understood why they put IVs in the top of people's hands. That always was like, oof, too much. It's too. There's no meat there.
Oh my gosh! Stop talking out. That's where I'm gonna faint.
You think if you were to take it, if you had an IV in your arm, and you were to go like this, you would feel the needle like rip your veins open.
Are you trying to get me to faint?
Sometimes I think about those things.
Like my hands are literally numb right now.
That's weird.
No. Stop talking about that. Ugh, gosh. Talk about
Whenever
something
I
else.
was a little kid, I used to be really, really afraid of needles, and
we're still gonna talk about it.
No, this one's not bad. You know the little finger prick thing that they do to get a little bit of your blood? That was like death to me.
Those things hurt.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're literally killing me. Please stop. I don't want to die. I'm only 4.
I'm 4 years old.
I'm only 4 years old. Please. I have a lot of life left.
Why do you need to do this?
Yeah, I don't want to give you my blood. And dude, I remember my mom can validate this story. I got up from the table and ran around the doctor. Ran. The only medical thing that I do like is the dentist.
Me
I hate
too.
every other doctor.
You talked about this in the last one.
Yeah, that's true.
They always say that our teeth are gorgeous.
Yeah, you have nice teeth. I'm like, oh, thanks. But
I don't think they say that to anybody else, Shelby.
I kind of like the chiropractor too, but I hate all the other doctors because they always do things that hurt.
Yeah.
Like the eye doctor.
Oh, I hate the eye doctor.
I can't wear contacts.
Oh, y'all, he's a baby.
I have a phobia about things touching my eye, and I feel like it's not like one of those irrational fears. I feel like it's pretty rational. It's an organ that you can touch, right? If your heart was a little bit hanging out of your chest, like your eyes are a little bit hanging out of your face, then probably don't touch it. You know what I mean? Your liver was just poking out a little bit. You're not gonna touch it, but
they don't really touch your eye.
What do you mean?
They have never touched my eyeball at the eye doctor. Oh, okay.
I'm saying contacts. Contacts sit directly on your eyeball. I know you have great vision or whatever, but contacts sit on your eyeball, and I'm not about that. Not about it. I get real nervous when things start getting close to my eyes. So whenever they go in and they're like, like,
tell me if you feel this.
You're like, what am I supposed to do? Did you just blow my eyeball out of the back of my skull? Like, what?
If somebody doesn't react to that, you have issues.
I think that's what they're trying to test.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now I feel terrible.
But this one time,
Please don't at me
my
in the
mom wanted
comments.
me to get contacts so bad growing up. She's just like, you're going to love it. And I was like, I'm literally peeing my pants so scared at the eye doctor
They had
right
to
now.
hold him down
And
to try.
I punched an eye doctor.
Yep.
And she got so mad.
Let's just say he's a sissy.
Yeah, she got so mad and I had to leave. She said, we're not going to do this anymore.
Now, I will say.
And I was like, yes, this is all it took is me to punch you, and then you disqualify me from contacts?
I will say I have never seen Logan without glasses except for like when he takes them off to clean them. And he looks so weird without glasses. Like, he has had glasses for so long that
I barely know what I look like without
when he
glasses.
takes off, well, you can't see.
That's what I'm saying.
When he takes off his glasses, I'm like, no, put them back on. Like,
I've never seen the inside of a shower.
I hate when you say this.
I never have.
That's so stupid because you can go in there right now with your glasses on and see the shower.
No, I close the curtain because I'm courteous. I don't want mold to build up on my curtains. So, you know what's funny is like when you go to somebody's house and you forget to bring like shampoo and conditioner and like you have to pick theirs up and figure out what it is.
You have to feel for it.
No, I'm not. I don't know how to read Braille. I don't even think that's on the bottles of shampoo anyway. But I literally pick the bottle up.
How do they know?
I'm sure they may actually have Braille. I don't know. I'm sure there's something. Anyway.
Sorry.
So when I pick them up, I literally have to go like this. I pick them up like this because they're usually like lower. No one ever has like shelves in their shower that are high enough for you to grab things. They're always real low. Or maybe I'm just important, so there's all of my.
Hey, doesn't matter.
So,
keep going.
This is how this is a skit of me in the shower with I'm not wearing glasses at somebody else's house I've never been to before, so I don't know what type of stuff that they use. I go like this. So for all of you who are just listening and not watching, what I just did was I picked the bottle up and put it directly in front of my eyes, like within inches, because my eyesight is that terrible.
So do you end up figuring out what it is?
Yeah, I mean I can read when it gets up close to me, but I can my eyesight's awful. It's truly terrible. I feel like it's almost it could probably be considered legally blind.
Yeah.
If I didn't wear my glasses,
I got the best eyes.
I don't think I could function. I wouldn't be able to drive for sure. So it's probably legally blind.
Thank you to whoever created glasses.
Thanks, Mom. Oh.
Mom created glasses.
Passed down my terrible genetics, my terrible eyesight.
Yeah, I didn't get those genetics, praise God.
Yeah, whatever.
I have a little bit of astigmatism that they told me to wear glasses when I was at school because when I would look at the board for too long, I'd start to get a headache, and they said that I had a little bit of
I think that's just because you're dumb.
Did y'all hear my jaw pop? It popped, and I bet y'all could hear that, but
It did again.
it did.
That's funny.
No, I'm not dumb.
Well, debatable.
Oh, God.
Anyway, well, I think that's a good place to leave off on. It was a good episode. Have fun time.
Yeah.
Thanks
fun time.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
You're welcome. Thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll definitely think about having you back on. I'll have to run it by the boss again.
Contemplate.
Yeah, we'll contemplate it. Drop the mic. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching.
I burped again.
She burped one more time for good measure before we quit the podcast. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. If you're watching on Spotify, which I didn't know you could do until we started this, you can actually watch on Spotify.
Fancy.
Subscribe to our channel. If you're listening, thank you so much. We enjoy doing it, and we hope you enjoy listening to how dumb we are. But anyway, thanks, man.